Toby's Room, a novel penned by British author Pat Barker in 2012, delves into the prelude and aftermath of the First World War. The narrative centers on Elinor Brooke, a student at London's Slade School of Art, who channels her artistic talents toward aiding in the facial reconstruction of soldiers maimed in battle. Serving as a quasi-sequel to Barker's 2007 work, Life Class, Toby's Room revisits familiar characters, albeit with a narrative timeline that intersects and extends beyond its predecessor. Barker, renowned for her celebrated Regeneration Trilogy, 1991-95, which scrutinizes medical interventions in response to the horrors of World War I, embarks on this tale with Elinor in 1912. Returning home to her family for a weekend, Elinor reunites with her older siblings, Rachel and Toby. The bond between Elinor and Toby, marked by intense closeness since childhood, prompts them to revisit forbidden childhood haunts, such as the old mill, during this fateful weekend. As they explore the mill, they begin to touch each other playfully and fall into an embrace. Toby kisses Rachel passionately. When she does not return his passion, he immediately apologizes. Rachel is horrified, but she agrees not to tell the rest of the family about Toby's transgression. Nevertheless, she cannot stop brooding about it, and that night she goes to his bedroom to confront her older brother. She finds him asleep. When he wakes, he pulls her into his bed. Elinor's mother tells her that Toby had a papyrus twin, who died in the womb. The corpse of the fetus, a girl, was slowly crushed by Toby as he grew until it was flattened to the thickness of papyrus parchment. Still reeling from the shock of Toby's actions and burdened with guilt over her own response, Elinor retreats to her studies in London. Her mentor, Henry Tonks, a distinguished professor at the Slade School of Fine Art, notices her distracted demeanor. Seeking to refine her drawing skills, Elinor enrolls in an anatomy class at a nearby teaching hospital, a venture Toby had initially agreed to assist with. However, in light of recent events, she shuns his company, opting to brave the class alone. Surprisingly, she discovers a profound fascination rather than revulsion in the study of anatomy. As Toby's final examinations loom, his health deteriorates alarmingly due to neglect. Elinor, despite her reservations, takes on the role of caregiver, leading to a tentative reconciliation between them. Reluctantly, she agrees once more to keep Toby's transgressions secret from their family. Fast forward 5 years to Part 2, where the backdrop is the onset of the First World War, and Elinor resides in her parents' home. Echoing the sentiments of her contemporary, Virginia Woolf, Elinor feels estranged from the conflict, viewing it as beyond her sphere, due to women's exclusion from the political arena. However, her apprehension intensifies with Toby's deployment as a medical officer in France, and she harbors a premonition of his demise. Her fears materialize when official word arrives of Toby being missing, believed killed. Pressing for details yields only vague responses from the War Office. Amidst Toby's belongings, Elinor uncovers a poignant, unfinished letter hinting at his resignation to fate. Desperate for closure, she reaches out to Kit Neville, a former Slade peer who fought alongside Toby, seeking answers. When Kit remains silent, Elinor turns to another ex-Slade student and former lover, Paul Tarrant, to aid in her quest to uncover the truth surrounding her brother's fate. They locate him at the Queen's Hospital in Sidcup, among a multitude of soldiers undergoing treatment for severe facial injuries. Despite their efforts, Kit adamantly refuses to disclose Toby's story. Elinor encounters Tonks at the hospital, where he diligently sketches the wounds of the soldiers to aid surgeon Harold Gillies in his reconstructive efforts. Determined to unravel the truth from Kit, Elinor immerses herself in Tonks' work while awaiting an opportunity. As she grapples with the blurred lines between art and medicine, she gradually matches her formidable former tutor, earning his regard as an equal. The narrative shifts to Kit's perspective as he undergoes facial surgery. Amidst anesthesia, Kit recalls the events leading to Toby's demise. As the commanding officer of Kit's unit, Toby recklessly endangered his men's lives with his reckless actions. When Kit stumbled upon Toby's illicit affair with a stable boy, he resolved to report him. Facing disgraceful consequences, Toby opted for what seemed like the honorable path, venturing into no man's land with suicidal intent. Following a prolonged and arduous recovery, Kit discloses the truth about Toby's death to Elinor, who surprisingly receives the news with equanimity, finding a semblance of solace. With the sale of her parents' home, Elinor begins to shed the weight of her familial past, embracing the prospects of her burgeoning artistic journey. Toby's Room delves into how artists navigate personal and political traumas. The novel's exploration of these themes earned praise from the New York Times as dark, painful, and indelibly grotesque. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did and be sure to subscribe. Thank you.